shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively.
This is Lex Figueroa with CMIT Solutions, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Good morning, Frederick. Today is Thursday, August. My light. My light. There we go. Whoa, that was a little stark. That's like the lights coming on at 2 a.m. at the bar. Woo! I'm your host, Dani Gurrie, today. Getting to the end of the week, thank goodness. I hope you're having a great week. We had a great time at movie night last night. Packed theater. I love to see it. And raise some money for Christmas Cash for Kids, which is going to be here before we know it. It's always the first week in December. So set aside your coins from now until then so that you can donate to Christmas Cash for Kids. And if you want to get involved in a bigger way, just let me know. Our next movie night is coming November 19th. All right, what's happening today's show? Because Good Morning Frederick is all about what is happening in and around Frederick County. We start the show with our morning roundup with Bob Miller and Chris Michaels from WFMD, giving us local news, weather, and sports that affect you. Then I'm going to cover what's happening in Frederick. I'm going to give you a highlight of what is happening because there are far too many events happening every single day here in Frederick to go over them all. But you have access to the Everything Frederick calendar. If you click on the link that is in the description of the video you're watching right now, you have a link to the Everything Frederick calendar, and you can access it daily. I suggest you bookmark it. We update it every single day. We're adding stuff to the Everything Frederick calendar. And today's segment of Front Paige, which is Paige Trendell, a University of Maryland sophomore at the School of Journalism, helped me out with this summer. We focused on businesses in Jefferson and Brunswick. And today's episode is Hemp's Meats. And Billy Hemp joins us later today. That is my family's tradition. The Friday of the fair, first Friday, we go to Hemp's Meats for dinner. Why don't you head out to the home of Everything Frederick today between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. if you can. Purchase your Good Morning Frederick merch, and 100% of the proceeds this month benefit the Urbana Hawks Athletic Boosters with a match from Got Electric up to $25,000 by December. It's a pretty good deal all the way around. You get something good, they get something good, and it's everybody wins. That's what I love about it. All right, let's go ahead and officially start this Thursday and we'll get right to what is important to you. A big thank you to our show's sponsor, Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic. They can understand how pain can hold you back. Save $400 on your first visit. You can be on the road to feeling better for just $50 right now. You've got to call Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic and let them know you saw them on Good Morning Frederick for that special offer. They are dedicated to helping you achieve your wellness objectives and can get you on the road to feeling better. MidAtlanticClinic.com. All right, we got Bob Miller. I see he's eating in the studio. We're going to get right to him right now. Morning Roundup is sponsored by Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland. Window tinting, paint protection film, ceramic coating, vinyl wraps like on the Good Morning Frederick car. Also, customized leather upholstered car seats. They can take care of all your aftermarket enhancements. Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland. Accessories for any lifestyle. Find them on Urbana Pike or at autotrim-md.com. Gave you plenty of time there, my friend.
Nope. I'm going to keep eating.
You can keep eating. I love it.
I don't know if you can see that. Pork butt.
Oh, well, that is a fancy breakfast.
Breakfast of champions.
It is about lunchtime for you, though, since you get up so early.
Yeah, you know, it's. But I was just like, I need some protein. I needed something, and it was quick and it's good, so I ate it. And you know, after the wonderful Dogzilla I had last night at Warehouse Cinemas, which was amazing. And I'm like, the kid's like, I couldn't read the menu, and he's like, we'll just download it here. And I'm like, dude, it doesn't download. That's if I was going to say anything, you know, that they need some expanders or whatever you want to call them for their Wi-Fi.
Yes. Yeah. Two things. I love Warehouse Cinemas. Go all the time. Cannot read the menu. I can't even squint and read the menu. I'm not sure whose vision they set that to, but to me, it's like Superman. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't even squint and read it. I mean, it's crazy. So that's number one.
Because Linda got the I don't know if I saved the picture. The brie sandwich.
Oh, the shame on brie or something.
Yeah. That was amazingly good. And
I had the kind of the all-American grilled cheese, which was great. The fries are amazing. Mama Cone tried the they were like puppy dogs or something. It was like a corn dog, little bite-sized. Yeah. They were great. That was good too. But yeah, and the Wi-Fi in that building. And I'm just saying, I should have turned off my Wi-Fi, actually. Maybe I would have had better luck with just my cell service. But I was trying to do 2 lives and got cut off, even standing outside. So, yeah, not great in there for that.
Well, but that's okay because they make up for everything else. And
they do.
You know, wonderful vendors. Got a chance to meet all of them and found out that, you know, everything that they're doing and such great people. And the movie, a lot of people came out to see the movie, which was great. And I found out, and I think I knew it, but I found out in the middle of the movie that the seats are heated.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that great?
Yeah. Well, I was like, why
the seats were heated?
Why is my tushy getting too hot? And I realized that they're heated. And I leaned over to Linda, and I'm like, do you know the seats are heated? And she's like, good, I'm freezing. So then she turned on the heat. So
very nice to cuddle up in those recliners. Didn't fall asleep last night. None of us did, which was pretty good. But we had a packed theater, which was fun. Couldn't do it without the lovely vendors who came out. They obviously helped supplement when we buy the theater out so that 100% of the proceeds can go to Christmas Cash for Kids. So we had a lot of people come visit, and we had a few that came and visited and hung out with us, donated and couldn't stay, which was fine. So our next one, mark your calendar, is November 19th. We're going to see the original Ghostbusters movie. Chris actually liked the movie last night, so there we go.
Yeah, right? That was amazing. His daughter
I haven't seen that movie in its entirety probably since it came out. And it was really fun to watch it on the big screen and watch the just kind of stepping back in time to the 80s. You just got to love it.
Yeah. And the other thing that was fun is that you actually heard people laughing in the theater.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not at Chris and I. They were laughing at the movie.
I was shocked to see you still there when it was over. But your lovely wife purchased some of Pathfinder Farm Distillery's moonshine, which is, I highly recommend you head to the tasting room in Boonesboro, but get a designated driver, because the moonshine cocktails that they make are deadly because they're so good. They made an apple pie a la mode one. There is a blueberry lemonade one. There's a margarita one. They're so delicious. And I highly recommend you head over there too. So they're great.
Yeah. I don't drink, so I'm always a designated driver. So yeah, she said it was pretty.
I need to hire you.
I'll be glad. I'll be glad to do it. It's $25 an hour. But yeah, we had a good time. I'm glad everybody came out. I'm glad there was more people there than the first one, which was great. And everybody seemed, I stood at the door to thank everybody as they walked out, and everybody seemed like they had a good time. So that was, and I think some people didn't know the story of Christmas Cash for Kids. It was nice that we highlighted that and told them about that and the origins, like you talked about being there and coming back. So I think that was, that's the story that needs to get out.
Yes, for sure. For sure. And I think what we'll do is maybe before the next one on the show here, we will designate one of the times on our show to really go into the story of Christmas Cash for Kids, because I do believe that once people hear it and understand it, you understand it's not just some big national organization that we're raising money for, and no shade on any of them. They all do great work. But this affects people right in our communities, or the families in our communities, and the work that you guys have done over the last, 30 years for you here at WFMD has been nothing short of extraordinary. And I think, what did you say? Over $3 million has been raised?
Close to $3 and well over 20,000. The numbers are somewhere. I have them, and I hope I'm not way off on the numbers, but I think that's where we're kind of close to. So, and I'm not, I'm only counting us. I'm not counting what they've done in before. So we can kind of suspect that because I did it over there. I was at that station, and they were, I think that the most we ever did was like $80,000.
Yeah, it's so impressive. And, again, as we get closer to Christmas Cash for Kids coming, we will invite our viewers to come during the week and experience what happens. And of course, we're going to encourage everybody to listen on air, because the stories are just incredible. And you have people who have been giving to Christmas Cash for Kids every year, probably for the 50 years it was on, but certainly for the 30 years you guys have been doing it. I loved being a part of that last year, and I like having some small part in it now, leading into the future. So yeah, great job by everybody. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning. Sorry, my tardiness. We had County Executive Jessica Fitzwater on the show, and kind of scheduling stuff for her to hopefully she said she'd like to come on monthly. So
yeah, I love it. I think she should give an update of what's happening in the county. Yeah,
she did a great
very
job.
Good.
And Bob Miller, of course, great with the questions, and he's made for this stuff, man. Like he can interview somebody, and he's like on top of it with the follow-up questions and all that stuff. So
yeah,
she is and I don't know if this is I'm not trying to degrade her, but she is a more polished politician than I ever thought. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she had the answers, and look, we've struggled to try to get her on, and so she came on. So I mean, our listeners are like, you know, they were coming at full throat for her. They were ready to slash and dash, and I'm like, look, we've got good questions. You toss in a few softballs to make sure that you know, you get her happy, and then and then eventually she knows that she can come on and just not be attacked, but understand there's going to be tough questions. We ask them of everybody, the mayor, Jason Lando, the chief of police, the sheriff, and whoever comes on, and they're like, look, I can't talk about that. Well, that's fine, but we're going to ask you a question anyway, and you just say, I can't talk about it. That shows that we're doing our job and that you're doing your job.
Right.
And Bob brings up a great point that, you don't attack them, but you ask them the questions. And, I don't think people in the public realize, whether you disagree with her or not, or any of the politicians we have on, they're still people, and they deserve absolute respect. Whether you agree with them, disagree with them, that does not matter. She's is an elected official in Frederick County, and that's it. We don't ever believe in attacking anybody that comes on the show. Same thing with you. You're the same way as us when they come on your show.
Absolutely. No, appreciate it. And it is important for every side to feel comfortable about utilizing the media. It's important to the listeners. It's important to the people of the county to hear the viewpoints from every single person in leadership. And you handled it right, because unfortunately they can choose not to, like many have, and that just is a detriment to the county itself when you don't have access to your leaders, or you can't hear what their visions are or what their policies are. So I think it's great that you guys were persistent on that one. And I love her personally as a person. She's part of my Rotary. I've done some stuff with her. So I do think it's important, and I'm glad she finally gave in and talked with you guys. I think it's really important.
And I told her, I'm sorry, Bob.
I was going to say it helped that Chris put the Python move on her, the wrestling move around her neck, and said, "You will show up."
I was there for that. So
law enforcement, if you're listening, he's joking around. No, but she, and I told her this all fair. I give her a lot of credit. Politics aside, she's an amazingly strong woman. Single mother, raising two daughters herself. So you definitely can't take away the strength she has as a person. Former teacher, and then also too. Speaking of teachers, we're lucky enough. I think for the first time, I haven't seen her in any of the local media, but we're going to have Dr. Cheryl Dyson, superintendent of Frederick County Schools.
That's impressive. Yeah, I didn't think
us.
She's talking to many, so that's amazing. That's awesome.
We're looking forward to that, and it'll be great for our listeners. Look, we always say this. Bob and I, we agree on this. We don't agree on a whole lot of stuff, but we agree on this. If you're going to be a news talk station, if you don't get the leaders of our county, then what good are you as a news talk station? And we're not DC, we're not Baltimore. So really the only media we have is us and the FNP. And so our listeners and the community rely on us to get them on. So Bob and I are proud of being able to do that.
And wonderful podcasts.
Yes, of course. We love, as I call her, the Queen of Frederick, Dani Gurrie. By the way, Dani, I didn't get to talk about real quickly yesterday's movie night. It was amazing. I got to tell you, you look absolutely wonderful as always. And Bob, real quick funny story I got to tell you. So me and my wife were driving on 7th. She's going to get mad at me for saying this, I know it. But me and my wife were driving on 7th Street yesterday, right? and it's right where right across from where Common Market is, where that little Greek restaurant trailer they have over there. There's this lady walking. Yeah, past there. There's this lady walking, and my wife is like, "Chris, is that Dani Gurrie over there walking?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" As we got closer, it's obvious it wasn't Dani, but this lady had hair just like Dani. I'm like, "Do you think Dani would be walking on 7th Street by herself You know, I mean, I know she does interviews and stuff like that, and she's all over town, but I don't see her walking on 7th Street by herself.
I walk as little as possible. Obviously, you can tell by that. But I'd love to know that I have a hair twin out there. It's great.
You do. You have a, what is it called? Doppelganger hair twin. Is that how you?
Doppelganger.
Doppel, whatever. Okay. Yeah. I never knew how to say that word.
Hey, I'm getting a interview today, so I got my hair cut yesterday. Looks like I look like I'm bald, but I'm not. So
you need that little spray fill-in stuff you can get on as seen on TV.
I know, but it's not. If you look at me in real life, it's just I have very thin hair. It's not like I have thin hair. It's fine hair. I have fine hair. So there you go.
What you gotta do
is today your do-gooder interview?
Uh-oh.
What?
Hey, we lost Bob. Oh, man. Well, basically, Bob was saying that with his sports, he's really upset the Mets lost to the Nationals yesterday. That's what he was going to say. He'll be back soon. Yeah, we'll get to news. How about that, Dan?
He's doing so well. It's just
I know.
Crazy.
You know what it is? I think somebody who's going against Bob for the Do-Gooder Award sabotaged him because they don't want him to talk about the Do-Gooders. We have to find out about that.
Right.
Let's get to news. How about that?
Let's do that.
This really irks me to no end, Dani. Frederick man will spend 60 days in jail for torture and abandoning a pit bull in Washington. Oh, he's back! There he is.
I wanted that to happen so I could take more food.
Yeah,
we thought maybe somebody who was going against you for the Do-Gooder Award sabotaged you because you were about to talk about it. But yeah, so anyway, that was in Washington County. 60 days in jail for torturing and abandoning a pit bull in Washington County. Oh God! I don't think these people get harsh enough penalties for abusing animals.
Anybody who abandons or abuses an animal deserves way bigger punishments.
Yeah, we're talking torturing here, not just abandoning and abusing. Awful. So yeah, terrible. An MS-13 gang member from Montgomery County will spend the rest of his life in prison for murder. And the Frederick County Council continues debate on how to regulate data centers here in Frederick County. And a late night traffic stop in Carroll County leads to the arrest of 2 people. So you can get more information on all those news stories at WFMD.com. And as far as weather goes, we had some rain over here this morning while we were on air in the studio. Did it rain over by your house, Dani, at all?
It looks very gray, but I don't know if it actually rained. It looked like it rained sometime overnight, though, because things were damp. But
okay, well, we had a little bit of rain here outside the studio. It's 62, a chilly start to the morning this morning. Kind of feels like fall out there, and I'm kind of thinking that maybe it has something to do with that hurricane that was out in the coast over there.
What's happening with Hurricane Aaron? You guys have any updates for Ocean City? I've been watching on TikTok videos of Cape Hatteras and Ocean City. And
can you guys hear me at all?
We can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Well, this is weird. I'm not
going
hearing
on.
Okay, well, anyway, I'm done with the news, so we'll go to Bob at Sports since I can't hear you.
There you go. All right, Josh Bell homered, and he doesn't want to hear the fact that I can read lips. The Nationals got beat. The Nationals beat the Mets 5-4 yesterday. They ended the Mets 3-game winning streak. The O's were off yesterday. They'll start a series with Houston tonight, but they got really bad. Felix Bautista underwent surgery on a torn rotator cuff and labrum yesterday in Los Angeles. He's going to be out for 12 months, so he's going to miss all of next year after missing all of last year as well. Maybe they're going to have to go out and find themselves another closer. Nats at home again with the Mets again tonight. The Keys fell to the Trenton Thunder yesterday, 8-5. And the Chicago Bears, that's the only reason I'm reading this, signed backup quarterback Tyson Bagent to a 2-year contract extension through 2027 on Wednesday. The reason why we mention that is he played for the Shepherd Rams and made it, and he was crying. They saw a video of him kind of just tearing up, getting that deal, and how said he can help other people and help his parents out. So that's kind of cool. So,
you know what
there
I've
you
been
go.
watching come across my feed? The financial literacy class that the incoming rookies in the NFL take, talking about, and I never knew this, you guys probably did because you're into sports, but when you get a contract for the NFL, let's just say it's $1 million, obviously you're taxed by the state that you live in. But you're also taxed by every state you play in.
Mhm.
It's unbelievable. So what this man was explaining to a lot of these rookies is, you get $1 million contract, your friends see that in the paper or, hear about it on ESPN, and they go, hey, help me out for the $100,000 here, $100,000 there. And you're saying, sure, when your $1 million contract, even in your own state's probably worth only $500,000. Then you're taxed by every state you play in, and you probably end up with $300,000 out of $1 million contract. It's unbelievable. Did you know about that?
Yep, Maryland's big on this because I found out that when I lived in Florida, and I argued that they're like, well, you got to pay Maryland taxes. And I'm like, I don't live in Maryland. They're like, yeah, but you work for a place in Maryland. And I'm like, but they're not owned by a Maryland company. So really, literally, and the tax consultant said, look, every baseball player, that's why a lot of them live in Florida or Texas and places that don't have state taxes.
Yeah.
Because that way, they're like, whatever you make, it's a per diem or whatever for the days and the amount of time that you play in a state that does tax you. So if you play in Baltimore and you come back, in baseball, whatever, yeah, you are getting taxed. The NBA was great at trying to teach these rookies, look, because a lot of them in the NBA are coming from probably not a whole lot of anything, coming from inner city and stuff like that, but can play ball. And they're like, look, don't make it rain. Just invest your money. If you want to take care of a few things, go ahead, but make sure you have something because sports doesn't last forever.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And it's, it was really, really interesting. I wasn't aware of that, obviously not as a professional athlete. So, but yeah, it really is interesting though. You would think that more athletes would be more vocal about the places where they have to pay a lot of tax, like California and New York. And, you'd think that they would really be like, well, I'm not playing this week in those states, or trying to get those states to lower their taxes. I don't know, but yeah.
It's just, if the government can tax you, they will.
They will. That's right. All right, my friend. Thank you again for last night. It was a lot of fun. Can't wait to do it again.
Thanks for doing it.
On your interview for the do-gooders, and we'll see you tomorrow to wrap up the week.
Very good.
Oh, I cut him off. That was my mistake. All right. He's got to run and we got to run. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to come back with a highlight of what is happening in and around Frederick County. And we have the next installment of Front Paige. This is a special segment that Paige Trendell, who is a sophomore at the University of Maryland in the journalism school, helped me with, focusing on Jefferson and Brunswick in Frederick County. Today, we chat with Billy Hemp from Hemp's Meats. Oh, so delicious. And it's really fascinating, the whole story. I hope you stick around for that. That's coming up just after this.
At Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic, we understand how pain can hold you back. We're here to understand what you're going through. For a limited time, you can schedule your first visit for just $50. Give us a call and mention Good Morning Frederick, and let's get you feeling better.
Hi, I'm Devin, your friendly neighborhood shower door expert. Upgrade your bathroom with a beautiful glass shower door, custom fit to accent your space and make getting into your shower one of the highlights of your day. Come see us at our brand new showroom in Frederick, Maryland, or online at showerdoorexperts.com.
Experience an unforgettable vacation at the Salty Seahorse on the 4x4 beach in Corolla, North Carolina. Enjoy the pool, relax in the hot tub, fish, and kayak right off the private dock. The Salty Seahorse will be your forever vacation home. Go to thesaltyseahorse2201.com.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there.
Well, let's find out what is happening in and around Frederick County. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar in Frederick and in Gaithersburg and Taquito in Hagerstown. 3 great locations serving authentic Mexican cuisine at an affordable price. In Frederick, it is Route 40 in West Point Plaza. Gaithersburg, it is 3 Russell Avenue. And in Hagerstown, it's 812 Frederick Street. And Taquito has a great drive-through option for you, or you can walk up and get it to go or eat at the lovely picnic tables they have available. Maybe not on a day like today. Today might be a good just drive through, take it home, feed the family kind of day. TacoBar1.com and Taquito by TacoBar.com for more information. All right, don't forget, you can head to, you can go to promocircus.com, click on Everything Frederick Live and calendar of events to see them, or bookmark the Everything Frederick calendar. You can find it at Good Morning Frederick's Facebook page. All right. Well, depending on what the weather does today, and they usually make the call by noon, Alive at 5 is on at 5 p.m. The Carroll Creek Amphitheater. It is a 21 and up event, $6 cover, $6 beverages, free waters, and food trucks to purchase dinner if you want to do that as well. Tomorrow, 5 to 8, it's the Thurmont Main Street Art and Wine Stroll happening at 11 Water Street. There are 26 artisans, 10 wineries, breweries, and distilleries for you to enjoy. Friday and Saturday, Brunswick Community Festival is happening at the Burkittsville Ruritan Club. It's free admission. They have a petting zoo, pony rides, games, and inflatables you can enjoy there. Starting on Saturday, high school sports are back, and we've put them on our calendar. So when you go to the Everything Frederick calendar, you can search high school sports, and you'll see them all pop up. You can search for certain sports, certain schools. You can check all of that out. It's very important for us to support our high school athletics. It supports the kids in our neighborhoods and also helps those athletic programs that cost a ton to run. 11 to 4, we have Twisted Ivy is one of our pop-up vendors at the home of Everything Frederick. She is set up usually at about 9 a.m. and stays set up if it's a nice day well after 4 o'clock. She's got her fall designs out now, but you can look at some of her stuff. Is just gorgeous. 4 to 8 on Saturday, it's Blue Crabs and Blueprints. It is the 10th anniversary of that event to benefit Habitat for Humanity. I actually, Mama Cone was talking with a lady and her husband that I met last year at Blue Crabs and Blueprints. They came out, they were watching a different movie actually, but they came out to watch movies, and yeah, it was really fun to see. I love when you guys walk up to me and let me know you watch. I obviously don't know if you're watching or not, and it really does. It's never intrusive. I always appreciate it when you mention things like seeing me on the screens at Warehouse Cinemas or that you watch the show. I really appreciate it very much. And sometimes I'll remember you. A lot of times I may not, and please don't take offense, even if we've met before. It's just difficult sometimes, but I try. I really try hard. I'm getting old too, so that doesn't help at all. But anyway, all that to say, come out to Habitat for Humanity's Blue Crabs and Blueprints. Now, if you haven't ordered your crabs, it is too late for that. However, there are food trucks, adult beverages to purchase, regular beverages as well. It's great for the whole family. They had activities. I think they had like cornhole and stuff set up. There's live music from the band Payload, which is they're a fun band. And yours truly. I will have Good Morning Frederick stuff to give away. And I love hanging out and chatting with all of you who attend these events in support of a great organization. FrederickHabitat.org for more information on that one. On Sunday at 3 o'clock, it's the Mountain City Elks Lodge Annual Organization Day Parade. If you missed the interview with Blaine on Monday, I think we had him on Tuesday. You can go back to YouTube and watch his interview about the Mountain City Elks Lodge located on All Saints Street, West All Saints Street. And I think it's amazing. It's the longest running private parade that has happened in Frederick, which is so cool. I think I'm gonna be out there. I think I'm gonna make arrangements and drive the Good Morning Frederick mobile through the parade. So hope to see you there. And Sunday is the final summer concert series at Baker Park. And it's Latin and Salsa afternoon, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. right at the band shell. And what else do we have? Oh, August 27th, WFRE's Wheel of Prizes hits the road and lands at Dublin Roasters at 1780 North Market Street. We love Dublin Roasters, and you're going to have to see if you can, maybe go on a work coffee run. Head over there, spin the wheel. You could win some big prizes. Everyone is a winner of some sort, which is amazing. But there are restaurant gift cards, theme park tickets. There are Maryland Lottery scratch-offs, tons of stuff. Concert tickets, warehouse movie tickets, a lot of great stuff for you. You can check that out. 9 to 11 a.m. on the 27th. And then we've got some big events coming up. And a lot of stuff kicking off in September. First of all, while we were at Warehouse last night, we saw the previews for Jaws. They are showing Jaws. It's the 50th anniversary of that movie, which is shocking. I just can't even. I really did think I was much older when I watched that movie. But August 28th to September 4th, if you go to warehousecinemas.com, you can see the show times and days that they have planned for the 50th anniversary of Jaws. September 2nd through the 30th, weekdays, we have Watch and Win, where all you have to do is get a Good Morning Frederick magnet, put it on your vehicle, text me a photo, and then if you see that photo on the show and let me know that you saw it, you can win $100. Easy peasy. And you have 24 hours to do it. You don't have to watch the show live because I know it's tough. A lot of you work. I get it. And you can't watch it live. So we give you 24 hours. So you just have to go after the show and watch it on YouTube. Saturday, September 6th is my birthday. That's right. And it's also First Saturday. And there's a lot of great stuff happening in and around town. I am trying to figure out what to do for my birthday. I'm old now. So it has to be kind of like early evening. I mean, I would love to go out and have a rager and be home by 8:30. That would be awesome because I work at the shop on Sunday. So also. But there's a lot of great stuff happening. So I will be at the shop for a little bit for First Saturday. It's also the National Ovarian Cancer Coalition Walk. And our good friend Nancy Cariccio is hosting Nancy's Tough Cookies. They're walking around the Spring Ridge neighborhood. You can just show up at 10 a.m. and participate with her. It is a very casual thing, but drop a couple of dollars to the National Ovarian Cancer Foundation in her name. So you can head over for that. We love Nancy. She was very generous. This is a woman who is battling cancer, had it, went away, came back. Yet she's raising money for others, and she also donated to help me buy some shoes. And people like that are just amazing. I will do anything I can to support them. There is a standardbred horse show on the 7th at the Frederick Fairgrounds. And then the week of the 9th, everything kicks off for the entries at the fair. Okay, so start your baking. Hopefully, maybe you've had a quilt that you just recently made or crocheted something or took a great photograph and you have it matted. You want to check out the Great Frederick Fair's website on entering your items into the fair because, you could win money, number one. Mama Cone won some money last year. You can... and when you enter, each item is $12 to enter, and it gets you a free pass for the week into the Great Frederick Fair. So right away, if you even go to the fair twice, it is worth it. and you have 9 days to use your passes. So, and like I said, you can win some money too. We love that. So you can do that. So all the drop-off times for your items, for most of what like we do, the farm and garden building is the stuff you've grown, like flowers, produce, those sorts of things, canning items, sauces, and then the household building entry drop off. Those happen the 10th and the 11th because on the 12th, on Friday, the Great Frederick Fair opens for real. It's so cool. Friday has always been my family's tradition to go to the fair, back even when it was free. Nothing was really ever open yet. Vendors were still setting up back in the day. We used to go for free. We'd always stop at Hemp's and get our dinner. And then I usually get my once a year funnel cake or cotton candy. And yeah, we walk around and see how many people we know. And here's the thing. My family and I have a contest every year because we all usually go together. We walk into the fairgrounds, and the first person to see somebody they know wins bragging rights, right? So many years I've seen people in the parking lot, doesn't count, and you can't carry that forward if those people walk in with you, but that's never happened. I usually see people leaving and I'm coming. Our kids have won sometimes while they were in school. Obviously, they see a lot of young people. My stepmother and my dad know a million people, right? So it's always fun to scope out to see who we know. We always enter the entrance over by Kreitz Auto. I can't remember. I think that's gate 4. And it is very, very funny. So if you see me scouring the crowd and you know me, just wave and say, hey, because that way I'll win. Great Frederick Fair is a great time, though. And then the 13th, Saturday, is in the streets. It overlaps with the fair again this year. So 11 to 5, we'll be down at 4th and Market. We got a ton of fun stuff planned. So we hope to see you out there. And then, of course, you got all the entertainment at the fair that week, starting with Brantley Gilbert on opening night on the Friday. You've got T.I. on Saturday. Sunday is the Commodores and Village People. Monday is the Tractor Truck Pull Night. Then you got the Demo Derby Cars version, Demo Derby Trucks and Vans. And then Ann Wilson with Caleb and John. And Travis Tritt wraps everything up on Travis Tritt is on the 19th. Then on the 20th, you have Clutch with the Mesthetics. I don't even know who that is. I'm going to have to look them up and see what that is. So we've got that. Then the week following, you got the 6th annual Jeep Fest for St. Jude. If you or maybe one of your kids loves Jeeps, you're going to want to head to that. And Railroad Days kicks off. And we're already in October, people. We're already in October. So things are flying. You got to stay on top of it. There's always fun things to do in Frederick, as I've always said, a million events all the time. If you have an event you want included on the calendar, you can email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com or send it to me through social media. Any way that I'm on, you can send it. All right, we're going to take one more quick break. Then we're back with Front Page. And it is Billy Hemp from Hemp's Meats that is featured today. God, we love that so much. It was a really, really fun interview. He's such a funny guy. All right, all that comes up right after this.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Hey, if you're like me and you've always wanted to go to Alaska, well, you can join me. Antietam World Travel Service is putting everything together for June 9th through the 20th, 2026. We're going to do the land and the sea. It's going to be wonderful. You can get all the information at antietamtravel.com. Go there right now and just express your interest, and we will answer any questions that you have, but you can join me. Let's go to Alaska. Let's see all the great stuff Alaska has. June 9th through 20th, 2026.
Oh, yeah. That is going to be a trip I cannot wait for. It's going to be so much fun. ANS Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're located right here in Frederick. They specialize in roofing and siding. They can even take care of your windows and gutters and build you a new patio or deck. It's not too late for that. We still got plenty of beautiful days here in Frederick County. And they'll service you even if you're outside the county. Just give Sandra a call, 301 703 2157. Or you can send her an email, info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, because you watch Good Morning Frederick, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Just let Sandra know you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. I'd let that run a little bit too long, but you know the drill. You can always go back and screenshot that. All right, let's find out who's making our market tasty. Oh, I wonder if Rob gets his meat from Hemp's. Market Makers is sponsored by Intense Barbecue, family-owned barbecue food truck and catering company cooking in small batches to ensure the food is as fresh as it can ever be. You can find them at intensebarbecue.com. When you have their food, you will satisfy your meat tooth. All right, here's our next installment of Front Page with Paige Trendell and Billy Hemp.
I'm here with Billy Hemp at Hemp's Meat, which is a butcher in Jefferson, Maryland. So what kind of meats do you have?
We pretty much have everything there is, beef, pork, poultry, seafood, generally. Lamb, no goat.
No goat. Where is most of your stuff sold or sourced from?
All our sides and quarters mostly come from our own farm.
Okay.
It's a mile from here.
Wow.
We don't do pork here anymore. They stopped that in 1953.
Okay.
So they killed hogs for over 100 years. And then they discontinued that. That was the year I was born, by the way.
Okay.
That's the year my grandfather died. Maybe that has something to do with it. But they mostly concentrated in the cattle business then. But the meat market's been continuously operated here for 176 years.
Wow.
So, but of course we have to buy pork from some other local suppliers and some not so local.
Right.
And we have to supplement everything with that because our farm operation is not big enough to handle everything that we do.
You work with your brother?
Right. Gary, he sort of takes care of things out the farm mostly.
Okay.
For the most part. And right now there's only two of us left.
Okay.
We had our cousin who passed away, I want to say about 6 years ago, 5 or 6. So it's just the two of us left.
Walk me through the process of raising an animal, having an animal, and then how it gets sold in the butcher shop.
Well, we don't have a cow-calf operation,
okay,
which is, of course, where you'd have your own cows and have your own calves born. We buy feeder steers and heifers
okay,
in the 500 to 600 pound weight range, and then we graze them all year round. And then we finish them on grain. Then they come up here. We think we're probably the oldest butcher shop in the United States.
Wow.
And we've also had a slaughter operation here the whole entire time. So most of them that are even close to us don't slaughter. You know, they're just a little butcher shop that resells stuff. We also do a lot of slaughter work for other people, like farmers will bring their custom, they call it, animals here, and we'll process it for them so they can take it back home. We do that all year round. Then our busy season is fall and winter.
Okay.
COVID and post-COVID, our busy season was all 12 months. but it's starting to get back to normal.
Yeah.
A little bit here now. We've had, this is the first summer where we didn't fill up every week.
Wow.
Yeah, so it took that long, to get kind of back to normal.
Yeah. What's the most popular cut of meat that you sell? Yeah.
Burger. Ground beef is the most popular. And then I would say you'd have the better cuts of steak, like T-bone or porterhouse or ribeyes or strip. Yes.
And then what's the difference between buying meat from a butcher shop like yours and then going to the grocery store?
Well, believe it or not, the price is very similar. And, I when I go to the grocery store, which we still have to go, I try not to go any more than I have to. But I'll look through the meat case, and our prices are pretty comparable. Sometimes they're more, sometimes they're less.
Right.
But here, you can come in and actually talk to the meat cutter every time and maybe get advice, and hopefully it's all good advice. Sometimes it's probably not, honestly, but for the most part it is. And you can tell how thick you want, or maybe get a little advice on what kind of cut to use or what you're trying to accomplish. That's the difference. Yeah. And it's old style here. I mean, I've looked in some grocery stores don't even cut meat in the store anymore. It's all pre-packaged out west and priced and labeled out there. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm not criticizing that, but and some still do cut their meat in store, but I think most of them don't anymore.
And you used to be where the bakery
We
is
used to
now?
be where the bakery. That's actually that building up there. The original part of it is the original building built in 1849. I mean, I have documents where they started this business, handwritten contracts from 1849, where two people went together at first, and then they separated right away. That was the plan, where they each put up, I think, $300 a horse and a wagon. Yeah, something like that. To start the business.
Okay.
And like I said, my grandfather and great-grandfathers and great-great-grandfathers, they were also cattle dealers. They had cattle drives. They drove cattle out to Chicago, Illinois. They did that kind of stuff back before trucks and things. That's the only way you had to move them. Horses. And we have an old barn out back that had where they would probably milk 10 or 15 cows, and they kept the workhorses on one side of it and the milk cows on the other. It's still there.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up in a business?
It was different.
Yeah.
Well, most of the people I went to elementary school with, I went to elementary school down the street. It was a 3-room school, same school my dad went to, and it had 2 grades in a room and a cafeteria. And there was probably 14 or 15 people in my class, and probably 10 of them lived on dairy farms. Because this was a dairy county back in the 50s, 60s, even into the 70s, pretty much, and 80s. And most of those young men, probably the girls too, worked. I went to work when I was 11, almost 12, up there. So that was different. It wasn't bad. It may have limited your choices some, but it was okay. It turned out okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
When did you guys move into this building?
1981. In 1978, my dad and my uncle sort of curtailed their cattle business, or they were order buyers for. They sent cattle to the Baltimore stockyards. They had a couple tractor trailers. They sent a load there was a slaughterhouse in Frederick. They sent a load in there every day, pretty much. They go out. I spent multitudes of times in cattle auctions. My dad and my uncle went to an auction almost daily.
Wow.
And he took me along pretty much whether I wanted to go or not. before I started working.
Yeah.
You know, he started picking me up when I was like 8 or 9 years old, and I go to sit in these cattle auctions, and they buy cattle to resell. And in 1978, the slaughterhouse in Frederick closed up. So they sort of curtailed that way back.
Mm-hmm.
And it put everybody, my cousin, my brother, me, my dad, my uncle, just the meat market was left. So we decided that we needed to expand that a little bit. So we built this in 81.
Nice.
We were still doing the farm. They were still doing that. They started, they rented the farm to a dairy farmer for years. And I think probably in the 60s, they started feeding cattle and raising them out there for here. Yeah.
So you sell to people getting meat for making dinners throughout their week, but then you also sell to restaurants in the community?
Not so many restaurants.
Not as many.
No, we're mostly retail. We do have a couple local restaurants that buy some things from us, but not so much that.
Okay.
I wouldn't say we've shied away from that, but that's not our focus.
Nice.
Yes.
How far away do people come from to buy?
Well, it's not as far as it used to be. I remember when we were up there, we had a lot of people come from down around the city up to get sides of beef. And that's not like it used to be. So most of our business here is, I would say, within 20 or 30 miles,
Wow.
The great majority of it. We get a lot of people from Virginia.
Really?
A lot.
Nice.
Yes.
What's your favorite thing about owning this place and working here?
I don't know how to answer that. Well, I am getting older.
Right.
And it's the flexibility I have to do what I need to do when I need to do it, kind of.
Yeah.
But along with that comes interruptions and things that come up where you have something you want to do and you can't do it. So it's okay. You know, most people my age are retired.
Yeah.
But I don't have interest in that yet.
Not yet.
I want to be able to go do things, you know.
Right.
So we're kind of getting back on track. COVID really messed that up. We got probably our business in the first year of COVID probably tripled or quadrupled.
Wow.
It was almost unmanageable. And that's why we've got these sort of crazy hours still.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it first started, we couldn't even stop to eat.
Wow.
It was over. We had, of course, you had to be 6 feet apart. They'd line up to the street, and
right.
It was wild. And then the second year was the third year, you know. But it's still, people came to shop at places like this because of the bigger stores. They didn't have it.
Right.
And of course, we always had a supply.
Yeah. That's great.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Here we are.
Anything else you want to share?
I can't think of it. It's you know, it's just we're trying to make plans to take the place into the future. You know, it's 5th generation, and hopefully we can make plans. They're in the works. I hope it works out.
Nice.
Who knows?
We'll have to see.
So that you have another generation coming that will take over?
Well, that's the hope. Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you know, when a family business, just like a family agricultural operation,
Mm-hmm.
is sometimes when you get out to extended family, it makes it a little hard to manage for someone to be able to hang on to it. So we're working on that. You know, there's kind of a plan. I just got to live long enough to see if it can take place. That's all.
Oh, isn't he the sweetest, Billy Hemp? That was so fun. I really want to thank Paige Trendell for helping me with the Front Page series. We have a couple more that we're going to be doing. I think I've got Rocky Point Creamery will be the last one that we highlight, and that'll be tomorrow. So we will have that as well. That is it for our show today. Thank you so much for tuning in, even just for minutes. I hope you go back and watch some of the older episodes or segments on YouTube. Every interview I've done is an individual segment that is right on our YouTube channel. You can find it at Everything Frederick Live, or if you just search Good Morning Frederick on YouTube, you'll find us there too. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I appreciate it so much. And I'll see you tomorrow morning right here to wrap up our week. And let's get out there. Let's be great, Fred.